Welcome to the Den, the Dark Entertainment Network. I'm the Gothic Rose, and I am here with the fresh hell of the day on the Daily Dive in 5. This moment to reintroduce myself. I am the Gothic Rose, hostess of the Dark Entertainment Network. This is a channel where the news meets conspiracy theories and makes babies in my brain, and it comes out my mouth. I do this because I enjoy it. If you like this type of content, please follow along, because I'm not going to stop. This is the most tragic and devastating thing to happen in aviation in recent times. An American Airlines regional jet and a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter over Washington, D.C. have collided midair, and it has left no survivors. The crash occurred near Reagan National Airport and has claimed the lives of 67 people, including passengers, crew members, and soldiers. American Airlines Flight 5342, operated by PSA Airlines, collided with a Black Hawk helicopter while on approach to Reagan National Airport, and the crash happened around 9 p.m. on a clear night. Now, reports are saying that the Black Hawk pilot had 2 years of experience, while the American Airlines pilot had 6 years of experience. But this did not help to avoid this tragedy. Among the victims were several members of the figure skating community, including world champions Evgenia Shishkova and Vadim Numov, who were returning from a national development camp in Wichita, Kansas. Search and rescue teams have recovered 28 bodies so far, with the operation now shifting to a recovery mission. And the FAA and NTSB are leading the investigation into the cause of the collision. Both crews were following standard flight patterns at the time of the crash, and Reagan National Airport has been closed until Friday morning, affecting hundreds of flights and causing significant disruptions. Now, I have seen several posts over on Blue Sky where people are saying that Donald Trump, in his cuts, just cut 100 FAA agents. As I went looking, I was not able to verify that information, that specifically FAA agents were cut, but the freeze did affect certain people. So take that with a grain of salt. I'm just putting the information out there with you because his executive order implementing a federal hiring freeze affected various civilian positions. It did affect those within the FAA, but it may not have been that he cut those FAA agents, just that the hiring freeze maybe didn't let, the people who needed a break take a break. That is a job that is so highly stressful. You cannot stay at it for more than 15 years. Thousands of lives are in your hands daily. And there has been so much controversy over this freeze because it really has led to, the impact on aviation safety, because this was a completely avoidable tragedy. So the FAA administrator, Michael Whitaker, resigned on January 20th, 2025, after facing pressure from, guess who? The unofficial president, Elon Musk, over proposed fines for SpaceX. And this has left the FAA without a Senate-confirmed leader during a critical time, especially following the recent Black Hawk and American Airlines crash. So Elon Musk's involvement in this tragedy is primarily linked to his public feud with former FAA Administrator Michael Whitaker. Musk has been highly critical of the FAA, particularly over these fines for safety violations during launches of SpaceX in 2023, and he called for Whitaker's resignation, accusing the FAA of stifling innovation and progress, which is pretty much the same thing that the Titan sub guy, Rush, whatever his name was, he said that all of these safety regulations got in the way of his innovation, and his sub imploded and it sank 3 miles down the bottom of the ocean, taking billionaires with it. So Whitaker eventually resigned on January 20th, 2025, just before Trump took office, and he left the FAA without a Senate confirmed leader, which you see they ignored because they're just busy stripping things like the Medicaid websites, which they have been severely slammed for all across the country. So this leadership vacuum has raised concerns about the FAA's ability to effectively manage and respond to aviation safety issues, especially in the wake of this Black Hawk American Airlines crash. I would just say stay out of the skies for a while. And that is the fresh hell of the day. It is January 30th, 2025. Thank you for joining me in the den.